Whenever you see a guy out at a bar alone hitting on girls, it can go one of two ways. Either he's incredibly creepy and he's the guy at the bar that nobody wants to talk to, or he's very confident and it seems to work for him.
I usually think the first is normally true.
Definitely usually the first one.
Okay.
Well, Matt, who's on the phone for a second date today, was the alone guy in a bar.
Oh.
So that leads me to ask the question, Matt, which one are you? Are you incredibly creepy or are you confident? How'd that work?
I don't think it has to be on either side. I think, okay, if I had to pick one, I'd say confident.
Yeah, I bet
Of course you would.
Yeah.
Creepy people always are unaware.
But let me explain, though.
Yeah.
So why were you at a bar alone hitting on chicks?
I just moved to my new apartment. I just got a new job. I got a new place. So I don't have any friends here yet. That doesn't make me creepy. So I thought, let me go out to the bar, check out the scene.
Okay.
So when I go out, I have to make friends there and see how the scene is going. And if I like how a girl is looking, I'm confident in my ability to go talk to her.
All right.
Are you a line dropper, Matt?
I don't think I'm a line dropper. I think I just keep it real. Just a normal conversation, you know.
So you went to the bar alone out of necessity, not because you didn't have anybody who would hang out with you.
When you put it like that, it sounds different. Yeah.
I read your email, and your email just said, I was at the bar by myself, and then I met this girl. So what's her name?
Her name was Kelly.
Kelly, all right. And how did you meet Kelly?
Well, I saw her at the bar, and first thing I'm attracted to her. I was really attracted to her. You know, she had a nice. I'm not gonna lie. It got my attention, so I went up to her. I introduced myself, and she was really liking me. We had a good deep convo. She seemed like a really down to earth girl, and eventually, you know, things happened, and she came back to my apartment.
Wow, she came back with you that night.
Whoa.
Yeah, she came back with me that night, and you know, some stuff happened. How about that? I'll just leave it at that.
Nice.
Some stuff happened, and I've been trying to get in contact with her. So, you know, when she was leaving, I waited for her with the taxi and everything. Everything was going fine. I even gave her a good night kiss. I thought everything was perfect.
Wait, she didn't spend the night? She just came over for a little while, some things happened, and then she left that night?
Yeah, she left that night. I don't know whether it was my new apartment that scared her.
Oh, yeah, those are scary.
Your new apartment that scared her? What do you have in your apartment?
Because just boxes everywhere. I haven't really, you know, settled in yet and made it my home.
Oh.
You know what I mean?
She thinks you're a squatter.
Yeah. Or you're like, I haven't put away all my dungeon toys yet, you know, very scary stuff.
No, it was just I have boxes everywhere, empty beer bottles on the floor because I don't have my garbage yet. So only thing that was up was my TV and the couch, and she noticed, you know, everything else was messy, and I didn't really clean much.
All right, so it looks kind of like you're living in a crack den, sort of.
No, not at all.
Does it smell okay?
It smells good. It smells fine, unless I adjusted to it.
So what did she say when she left?
Well, we were sitting on the couch and kissing, and all of a sudden she backed off and said she has to go to work early. And I didn't know where that came from because we were having such a good time, and I would have loved if she stayed.
Was it late?
It was late. It was about 2 a.m.
Okay.
Now.
That's not too bad. I mean, if you haven't started doing the other stuff yet, you might be like, well, I don't want to be up until like 4 or 5 in the morning when I have to work the next day.
That's true. I wish it got there.
I mean, is there a chance that maybe she sobered up and realized, I don't know, you weren't as good looking as she thought in the bar, or it happens.
Well, I don't like to think of myself as an ugly guy. I think of myself as handsome, so I hope that's not it.
Yeah, and have you tried to get a hold of her since that night?
Yeah, I texted her the next day, actually, just a regular, hey, what's up, and she has not responded to me.
At all?
At all.
And what was the last thing that she said to you?
The last thing she said to me was goodbye.
Okay. Well, I was just wondering if she sounded like she wanted to see you again, or did it feel like, hey, this is kind of like fun that we met and then messed around, but I don't want to have anything to do with you?
She gave me the vibe that she would actually talk to me again. That's what hurts.
So what do you think it is then?
I think it was my apartment. I think I should have cleaned up more. Okay. Maybe that would have helped.
Yeah, but if you just moved apartments, I mean, you'd think she would understand if there's boxes and stuff everywhere.
That's what I thought. I'm not sure. I don't know what it is.
Yeah.
I really want to know.
And why do you want to get a hold of her so bad? I mean, you see a relationship with this girl, or you just want to finish what you guys started?
I just moved, so I'm just looking for people to hang out with, and I would love to hang out with her. She's my first friend I met at my new.
Oh,
First friend.
sweet Matt.
All right, well, we're going to play a song, come back, and then find out if you get a second date or if you're going to get ditched.
Thank you.
All right, man, hang on. All right, if you're just tuning in for today's second date, let me set the scene for you. Matt is on the phone right now, and Matt went out to a bar all by himself. Ended up finding an innocent girl named Kelly and somehow convinced her to go back to his place. A place that is littered with boxes, beer bottles, a very, very scary place. And while they were making out, doing stuff on the couch, at some point, she must have looked at a clock and realized it was getting late and said she had to leave. Okay, maybe it wasn't as creepy as I made it sound. But Matt is on the phone, and Matt went out to the bars because he just moved into his apartment, wanted to check out the scene around his house, and ended up meeting a girl there. He thinks the reason she's not calling him back is because his place is a mess because he just moved in. Matt, are you ready to call her and see if that is the reason that she's not getting back to you?
Yes, I am.
All right.
And have you cleaned up your place and actually unpacked your boxes so if she does actually want to hang out again, she's not going to run into that mess?
Well, it wasn't as creepy as you just made it sound. It's a little bit better now.
Okay, so you got it all cleaned up.
Yeah.
All right.
For the most part, yeah.
All right, well, I'm going to dial her phone number right now, get her on the phone, and see if we can find out why she isn't getting back to you, okay?
Okay.
All right, here we go.
Hello?
Hi, can I speak to Kelly, please?
Speaking.
Hey, Kelly, how are you? This is Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the morning.
Okay.
Okay.
How can I help you?
Well, somebody recently sent us an email about you, and I wanted to see if you had a few minutes to talk to us.
Someone sent you an email about me?
Yes.
Okay.
We do a segment we do called Second Date or Ditch. It's where if you go out on a date with somebody and then stop talking to them, they email us to see if we can get you on the phone and ask why.
So someone I dated emailed you. Who was it?
His name is Matt. And I wouldn't say that you guys necessarily dated, but you did meet one evening and go back to his place and mess around a little bit.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, I met him.
Yeah. Yep, we know that.
Oh, we know.
So we talked to Matt a little bit after we got his email, and he told us sort of how you guys met, but he's confused why you're not calling him back. He asked us to get you on the phone and find out. That way he knows if he did something wrong.
So he asked you, or whatever. He reached out to find out.
Yes. And as we tell everybody who does these things, they're fully prepared to hear anything that you have to say.
Really?
I'll tell you what he thinks it is, okay? And then you can tell me if I'm right or wrong. He thinks it's because his place wasn't ready, like, and he had boxes everywhere, and he said that he didn't have his trash set up, so there was beer cans, and so he feels like you might have thought his place was gross.
I mean, well, he did look like kind of extra homeless in there. Like,
So is that it?
I mean, no, I mean, I understand he was moving, you know, but I mean, it was dirty. I get it.
Okay.
But, no.
It sounds like everything was fine, and you guys had chemistry and liked each other.
I mean, we did up until a certain point.
What are you laughing at? What are you laughing at? It sounds like you think something is funny.
I have to know.
Oh, my God. Okay. Okay, here we go.
Oh, I'm excited.
Yeah, I'm excited to hear this.
So we're there at his place, kind of having a little, make-out situation happening, and he just stops, just abruptly just stops. And I'm looking because I'm trying to figure out, what happened? Did something fall? Or, what's wrong? And he says, hold on, I want to make it all nice for you.
Huh?
And I'm totally confused because I'm like, what, is he going to go make up a bed somewhere? No, this guy says, I want to make it all nice for you and starts pointing down.
What?
What is? Like he wants to put a bow on it?
I was like, it was just so weird. And so he just hops up and like jogs into the bathroom. And I'm sitting there waiting, like, so I hear clippers and stuff.
Oh, he's manscaping. All right.
Oh my gosh.
So he stopped your makeout session to get up and go trim his area.
Edges.
Yeah.
I guess so. He didn't come out with a new haircut, so I guess so.
What did you say to him when he came out of the bathroom?
I just said, oh, look at that. It's late. I got to go to work.
I don't blame you.
I've never. That's
do not
interesting.
blame you.
I've never been in the situation where I'm making out with someone and been like. I mean, I've been where I'm like, oh man, I'm not the best down there right now, but I've never thought this is the appropriate time for me to stop and then go manscape right now. Yeah, or you keep it quiet.
Here's the thing, though. Not when she's, like, in the waiting room. Like, she's
Yeah.
there.
That's true. Did he actually say
funny.
the words, let me make it nice for you before he did it?
Yeah.
That's amazing. I wonder if he's tried that before and it's worked.
Oh, God.
I'd love to ask him that. Kelly, aren't you curious?
No, not really.
That's too bad because he's actually on the other line listening right now.
Are you kidding me?
Wow. Like, that's really why?
I'm sorry. I mean, but that was really weird. I mean, who says that?
It's not that weird. What's wrong with me making sure I'm good for you? I'm looking out for you. I did it for you.
Well, not when I'm standing there ready to go.
I just figured you would appreciate that. I mean, do you like it messy?
In the future, when you're making out with a girl, don't stop her to go get your manscape on.
I normally take care of it, but I've been so busy with moving.
I hate that when I'm busy with other things and then don't have time to manscape. Why not just tough it out at that point and go, all right, this girl, we're going to do stuff. It's not the best right now, but just go ahead and power through.
Jubal, if that's how you think, you obviously don't get many girls.
Or no, maybe you're right. I just am all, hey, if you stay ready, you ain't got to get ready.
No, I was moving. I didn't even expect to meet a girl, and Kelly shows up just ready to go.
But, I mean, Matt, think about it. If the tables were turned and Kelly said, just wait a minute, and you heard a razor go in and 5 minutes, like...
I would appreciate that.
Yeah, and you know what, Matt? I actually really would, too. Honestly, I really would. Yeah, if a girl was like, hang on, I'm going to go take care of some things and I'll be back. As a guy, I would think that would be great.
Yes.
See, that's what I mean. I was just trying to be respectful. Kelly, maybe the timing wasn't the best, but you got to admit, it was a nice gesture. And if you think about it, it's kind of thoughtful.
It really actually is.
It's like flowers, really.
He comes back out, shows her. She's like, oh,
Yeah, that's so sweet.
Yeah.
And it's in the shape of a heart.
Oh, my God. Oh,
Oh, my God. I'm not that talented.
I mean, you guys wanted me to be honest.
Yeah,
so
no.
I just figured I would tell you what happened.
Thank you very much for being honest. It's an amazing story. I would like to ask if you will go on a second date with Matt, though. I will pay for it.
He'll be ready.
Yeah, trust me. Matt, before you go on a date with Kelly, would you be manscaped before, right, if you knew it was a date?
Everything is done. I manscaped, and my apartment is clean.
Oh, my God.
There you go, Kelly. You heard that. He's all ready to go. His apartment is clean. Everything is clean.
Oh, gross.
Oh, my God. I can't even believe I'm about to say this, but okay.
You'll do it? You'll go out with him again.
I will give him one more chance.
Honestly, I'm excited. I think we have a connection.
Hey, we've already had too much information here, Matt. I don't need to know all that, okay?
Second date update.
Today's second date update is going to be a little different than any other second date update we've ever done on this show before. 'Cause normally, the people we call have been out together on one, maybe two dates. But the couple we're speaking with today are already engaged.
What? That doesn't work for this segment.
Aren't they disqualified?
I'm not sure why we need to intervene on this, but let's speak with the future groom, Matt. Matt, Mazel Tov.
Mazel tov. Good morning, guys. Thank you for taking my call.
Yeah.
What?
Tell us
guess.
more about what's happening with this situation that you're in.
Well, we were calling a girl named Leslie.
A girl,
Please,
it's
wait,
your
hold on.
future wife.
Is it your fiance, though, or are you seeing somebody else on the side?
Oh, it's complicated.
Oh, my God, you cheater!
No.
We cannot do this.
I don't want to do this.
So listen, she's a girl who I met on Tinder.
What? Why
Not
are you on
making it
Tinder?
better.
You said you were getting married.
Let's hear Matt out before you jump to
Screw
conclusions
Matt.
here.
Hang up on Matt. I hate Matt.
I'm with Brooke.
Hold on, Matt. Let's hear your story.
Please don't hate me. This is already really
Yeah, I
difficult.
already do.
Okay. So you just need a little bit of backstory. So Tinder, when I first started it, it wasn't really working for me like the first couple of months that I was signed up for the service. But then I was getting a few matches because I had changed my profile picture, and the pic that I donned.
You're welcome. I sent you that picture of myself, and I know it got a lot of hits for you, so...
Yeah, no, it was great. They were like, wow, you're way more handsome now. And I was
Yeah.
like, yeah, no. No, I put a picture of myself in a tuxedo getting down on one knee as if I was proposing to whoever clicked on the picture.
That's kind of funny.
Okay, except for, are you engaged?
No, I am not engaged at this time.
Oh,
That was the part that caught her attention. She reached out to me and she asked me, like, why was I in a tux and who am I proposing to? So I said very cleverly, to you.
Oh.
so you're not a cheater. It's just a gimmick to get more swipes on Tinder.
I like him now.
She thought that was very funny.
Yeah.
So then I came up with a great idea for a date for her and I. I was like, listen, what if I took you to a restaurant where I propose to you? Because, of course, it's going to, A, be a fake proposal, but if we do it in the middle of the dinner, it'll not only be kind of funny, but, you know, who knows, maybe we'll get some free stuff from the restaurant. Like,
Definitely. This guy's a
Wait.
Well,
genius.
so your first date idea was to propose to her?
Fake propose.
fake propose. She was well aware that it was a fake proposal.
Dude,
Okay.
and it's a cute story. Like our first date, we actually kind of got engaged.
Doesn't leave much room for growth, though. Like on the first date you propose, what do you do for date number 2?
I love it.
Well, and hopefully you're not a man that would actually propose in a restaurant because, come on, guys.
Oh,
Get
come
more
on.
original.
Wow.
Hey,
I'm
wow,
just saying.
Brooke.
Yeah, it's all our listeners who've proposed in restaurants
Well.
before. Brooke hates you.
I don't hate you, but you could have gotten a little more
Doesn't
creative.
take it back.
Well, okay, Brooke, where did you get proposed to? What magical place was it for you?
Yeah.
In the woods.
Oh.
And then we got
okay.
lost for 45 minutes because my husband was so nervous. He didn't really keep track of where we were walking
See,
to.
and you can't get lost in a restaurant.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, there's signs all over the place in a restaurant.
Yeah.
Exactly.
You know where the exit is. So wait, so she was down for this? She was up for it?
He was down for it. We did it. We went to the restaurant. I got down on my knee and gave like a little speech. Everyone started clapping and there were like big applause. I mean, it was absolutely hilarious.
That's amazing.
I even got like a fake diamond ring to really sell it.
Oh my God. It's like taking your like fake birthday to a whole nother level,
Yeah.
right?
And the plan worked because the restaurant gave us a free dessert and a free bottle of champagne, so it was totally worth it. She completely oversold it with like fake tears and clapping and all that stuff. Like it was just great.
This is amazing.
That's
Sounds
really funny.
Romantic?
I mean, it's fun, right?
I mean, they were both
Yeah.
involved, so it's not like.
Yeah.
I mean, she's not calling you back because she actually thought it was real or something, right?
So here's where we hit the snag. So afterwards, you know, we're leaving the restaurant and I was walking her to her car and, you know, we were joking about like the hypothetical wedding. And I said, what should we do next? How should our moms get involved? And like,
Yeah.
she laughed, but then afterwards, like we were saying goodnight and she gave me a hug, which was weird because we had just kissed in the restaurant for like the fake proposal.
Oh, that is.
So I was just trying to assess the situation. I was like, okay, well, do you want to see each other again next week, or do you want to do another fake engagement proposal thing? And she's like, you know, let me, she said she'll let me know.
I mean, you have your fake wedding party coming up. Like, what's going on?
Right. So anyway, so she said she'd let me know, and then since then, communication has been very limited. Like,
Well, I mean, you already proposed to her. Like, she needs to make the next move, if you ask me. Like, you're putting in all the work here, dude.
I mean, you're probably right, but, you know, it's hard for me because, like, she seemed so down for the first, like, bit of this thing, and now when I just added this, like, stupid little, like, it's just such a dumb, like, I regret it so much. It's like, well, God, why did I have to take the bit there? I just want, because I really did like this girl.
Yeah.
You're right, though. Like, if that's it, that's the reason after all you guys just did.
I don't know. I'm just trying to collect my emotions right now because I started off really hating you, and now I'm really rooting for you.
Oh, hey,
It's just
thanks.
like your real marriage, Brooke.
You're going to have to give me a second here to have any opinion.
All right, well, we're going to play a song, come back, and we're going to call your future bride-to-be right after this. All right, Matt?
All right, thanks.
All right, hold on.
Second date update.
Dearly beloved, we're gathered here today in this dingy, German-fested recording studio to celebrate the joyous first date of Matt and Leslie. Matt took his Tinder match to a restaurant where he faked a marriage proposal in the hopes of getting some free stuff from the restaurant.
Yeah, Matt.
And possibly free pass to second base. But even though Leslie said yes to the staged proposal, she has not said yes to a second meetup. And that brings us to this moment. Matt, is it okay that I act as your pastor today to try and bring you two together with your future wife?
I would have it no other way.
Can I be a flower girl?
I feel like more than ever, every man listening is rooting for this to work out for you, Matt, because they totally want to try this and get free food on their date, too.
Dude, I said this to you off air. I was like, I really want to do this. Like,
But if it doesn't work out, then nobody should do it.
right?
Yeah, they don't care about like meeting a great girl. It's just the free food.
Yeah, it's just a cheaper way to date. Matt has unlocked the key.
Well, listen, as much as I'm happy that I possibly have created a new life hack for many of the fellas out there, you know, I mean, none of this will be worth it if she doesn't want to go out on another date.
All right, Matt, that is so romantic. I'll let you get to second base, okay?
Oh, dang.
Okay. I listen, if I could just get in the ballpark, I'll be happy about that.
All right.
Oh, you can get in his
Well, let's open the gates for you. We're going to give Leslie a call and try and get you a second date here, all right?
Thank you so much, man. I really appreciate it.
All right, I'm going to dial the number right now. Here we go.
Oh, I hope this works.
Hello.
Hi, can I speak to Leslie, please?
Yeah, this is Leslie.
Hi, Leslie. How are you? My name's Young Jeffrey. I'm from the radio.
Okay.
I wanted to let you know I'm making this call in a tuxedo right now. I'm down on one knee, and I want to ask you if you'd make me the happiest man in the world and do me the honor of saying yes to being in a second date.
What?
Don't say no, Leslie. You can't say no. You're a yes girl.
She doesn't know what's going on.
Yeah, I have no idea what's going on here.
That's a yes?
Yeah, it's a yes.
Oh, she said yes.
Yay,
Yes, I have
congratulations.
no idea. Okay.
Oh, Leslie, you just made me so happy.
Okay.
I'm glad you're as amused at us as we are of ourselves.
Maybe I'll just let you know what's going on. We're calling on behalf of one of our friends named Matt. He told us that he recently went on a date with you.
Okay, yeah.
Is this making a little bit more sense now?
Yes.
All right.
Good.
Yeah. Oh my God. And he told us a story about the fake proposal, and he is the cutest thing ever.
And smart.
Wow, yeah, it was probably the craziest date I've ever been on.
It sounded pretty out there, but he's confused because he felt like it was a fun time, but ever since then you've been ignoring him and he doesn't know why.
Okay, so that's why you guys are calling me.
Yeah, we're hoping to get some answers for him.
I mean, you could understand why he's like not getting it. I mean, you agreed to a fake marriage proposal at a restaurant. You seem pretty, I don't know, down.
Yeah, it was crazy, and it was definitely entertaining. Like, it was funny. I've never done anything like that before.
Oh my God, what were you thinking when he was down on one knee in the restaurant?
I mean, I was just kind of going with it. Like, I thought it was pretty funny, and, like, it was just really creative, you know? I've, like, dated a lot of guys off Tinder, and, like, no one's ever been that creative.
You've never had a guy fake propose to you on a first date before? Gosh.
I know.
The dating pool is so lame these days. So what's the deal? Why aren't you talking to Matt now?
You know, I don't know. Like, everything was, like, really funny, but then it was just like a red flag. And like, I didn't really want to say anything to him. I don't even know if it's like the type of thing that you say, to be honest.
Did it freak you out? Like he was being more serious than you expected him to be or something? Is that what you're saying?
No, like I knew it was a fake proposal. You know, I was like going along with it too. Like it was funny, but it was, when he pulled the ring out, it was like in this little box, and it was just like so freaking sad and pathetic, like this ring. And I know it's like people around saw it too, and were like, oh God, he got her that ring.
What?
And it was just
wait.
It's fake.
It was a fake ring though for your fake wedding proposal.
Yeah, who cares?
Okay, but like other people saw it, and like you guys weren't there. Like it was just embarrassing. And the thing is too is like,
What?
he kept going on and on about how good it looked, and can you believe this is fake? And I don't know. It was just like a huge turnoff.
Wait, the fake ring for your fake marriage proposal was too small, and that was what turned you off.
No, but it embarrassed her in front of everybody.
Thank you.
How does that embarrass you? It's a fake ring.
I
This
know,
is all a setup.
But they don't know that.
But even if it was a real ring, who cares the size of the ring? Like,
is
I mean,
judgmental, but-
now I'm starting to judge you over a fake marriage proposal.
You know, it was like a combination of the ring and like how he was trying to sell it to me. Like, I feel like if he ever really got engaged, that he might even try to like pull off a fake ring thinking he can get away with that. And I'm just not cool with that. It just seemed really tacky and like not classy at all.
Not classy.
It
Yeah.
seemed tacky and classy when you agreed to try to get free dessert out of a fake proposal.
Well, you know who I'm sure didn't think it was tacky?
Oh my gosh.
I bet Matt thought it was pretty damn classy, don't you, Matt?
What? Wait, he's on the phone?
Yeah, he's been listening on the other line this entire time. Matt,
Yeah.
she wasn't impressed.
Hey, Leslie.
Hi. Oh my God. I'm sorry. I didn't realize you were on the phone. That probably was not easy to hear.
I'm just, I'm kind of confused. Like, you're not calling me back because of the fake ring? Like, is that really the issue?
Matt, it was like really pathetic looking. It was just embarrassing. And no, but the thing is that you thought it was good. Like you mentioned like over 4 times, like, wasn't this awesome? Like then the ring looks so good. The ring. And I honestly didn't want to see that ring ever again.
No one's going to see that ring ever again because it was a fake ring that no one is going to actually propose with. Was that
People in the restaurant and the servers and the management, like they all saw it, and I could see in their faces they were like, "Oh my God!"
No wonder they gave you free food.
Exactly.
It was pity food. It wasn't celebration food. Is that what you're saying, Leslie?
Yes, that's what it felt like. It wasn't a celebrate. It was like, oh, this poor girl. Like, look what she's.
I'm sorry that the bus boys judged you and that upset you. But listen, I stand my ground. That was a nice ring. Any girl would be lucky to have a ring
No,
like that.
they would not, Matt. No, they wouldn't. And if you do another fake engagement again, don't think that ring was going to be good enough.
Oh, wow.
Are we really fighting over this?
How about this? When I do another fake engagement, I'm not only going to reuse that ring, but I'm going to get a sister ring that looks just like it for the wedding.
Oh my God.
That's not going to be my wedding.
Well, I don't know if you're going to have a wedding, Leslie, because apparently these rings aren't good enough for you.
Oh my God.
Don't go through a
This
fake
is too
separation.
far.
This is not okay.
We're getting fake divorce.
Yeah, okay, fine. I don't want your stupid ring, Matt. You know what? The engagement's off.
Oh!
You know what? I'm keeping the ring, and if you have a dog, I'm taking the dog.
None of this is real.
What is going on, you guys?
How did this
It was
happen?
supposed to be fun. It was supposed to be silly.
No, he plays like he's really nice. You know, that was another flag I didn't tell you guys about. When he was doing his whole speech about, oh, you've always been there for me, the wedding in Mexico, and we met at the bakery, and on and on. It was too good. I was like, this guy is a freaking liar, and I can't trust him. Yeah, it was
So
too
crazy
good.
that I was
And
so crazy that I
knew
was making
right.
things up for a fake proposal.
Oh my gosh. This
Man.
is so weird.
I don't know if I'm heartbroken or where I'm at now.
I mean, I'm kind of turned on, and I think that, Matt, you should take this girl out on one more date.
I mean, I can't wait to take her to a Burger King and propose with an onion ring.
Oh my my God.
Not big enough.
Yeah, you probably would go to Burger King and you'd probably use a freaking onion ring as the ring and be like, oh my God, look how it glimmers under the light.
Yeah, Matt, you cheapo.
Yeah, that's my kind of ring.
So, is that a yes to a second date? I'm not reading this right. Because we will pay for a second date if you guys will go out again. A real date.
Come on, I almost want you guys to do it. You're so good at fighting.
You know what? She doesn't even need to give you an answer because let me tell you something honestly that's not fake. No, I don't want to go out with her again.
Oh.
Fine, Matt. I don't want to go out with you either and your pathetic little ring. Good luck finding somebody that will put up with that. And whoever does definitely won't have sex with you, okay? I'm telling you that right now.
I don't care. I'll be celibate for my whole life as long as I don't have to hear you complain about a ring.
Oh, man,
All
this
right.
got
Okay,
ugly.
well,
Wow, that went quick.
Matt,
I mean,
I'm sorry. It sounds like your bride-to-be is not interested in seeing you again, so
Oh my God,
no
my-
second date.
I should have seen the red flags when she said yes to my proposal, so that one's on me.
Yep, she says yes to a marriage proposal. Huge red flag.
It's a weird one.
I thought...
Moving 92.5. Second date update.
We've never done this before. A guy named Nick reached out to us for a second date update.
Okay.
The strange part is, he says he's never even went out on a date with this girl to begin with.
So wait. It's
Wrong
a...
segment then, buddy.
We would need a first date update then.
Yeah.
That's not what we do.
Nick, I'm hoping you've at least talked to this woman and it's not your neighbor that you're looking at through your telescope right now.
Nick?
Is it?
Step
I hear
away from
heavy
the
breathing.
telescope.
I am here. I'm here. I was just laughing.
Okay.
You sound like you're doing more than laughing.
No, there's no telescopes involved, I promise you.
Okay, is the woman real? Does she have a name? Does she exist?
Yes, her name is Whitney, and she exists, and she's amazing.
Whitney sounds like a made-up name.
Yeah.
Oh, you guys.
But how do you know she's amazing if you've never gone out with her?
We've never met in person, but we have met and communicated a lot online.
Okay, there's a lot of people, I use that in air quotes, online that aren't real in real life.
Right. No, I know she exists. Like, we have FaceTimed. We've had extensive communication online where we've actually seen each other.
Good.
So why aren't you going on a date with her?
Well, because she lives in a different state.
We didn't tell us that.
Oh, yeah.
That's very important information at the beginning.
Maybe lead off with that.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, honestly, guys, I really felt like I was falling in love with this girl.
Ooh, that's
Okay,
so cute. But no,
whoa. You're falling in
haven't
love
seen
with this
that.
girl? You haven't even seen her.
on FaceTime
Yeah, I've
he
seen her.
has.
I mean, I've seen her. We FaceTimed. I was so connected with this woman. Like, we have very similar, like, families. We both have sisters. We both have similar holiday things that we do. Like,
Well, hold on. I hear that she has a sister, he has a sister. Sounds like they connected. That's love right there.
I don't know.
Okay,
I
you're-
don't
you
know
know
if
what,
the
you're
sisters
right.
have anything to do with
There's a
it,
common
but
bound. You guys don't know.
Get the marriage documents ready. You guys both have sisters.
I think that it's romantic and that it's refreshing that you were connected to a woman on a much bigger level than just a physical
Yeah,
one.
5G level.
thank
For real.
I was planning on flying her out or flying out to see her. That was the next step, but things just haven't been the same for a bit. So things aren't really working out the way I had wanted. So that's why I contacted you guys.
All right, so this would normally be the time where I would ask you about the date that you took her on, but you haven't done that. So
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like we have, because it started out that we would talk like a few times a day, just like little things here and there, check in.
Yeah.
And then it got to the point where we would be communicating for like hours every night.
Wow.
That's intense.
Yeah, I know. And it was going so well. We would talk constantly. And it was great like that for about like 3 weeks, I would say. And then she started not responding as quickly.
Yeah.
And then she wasn't like, we weren't talking every night.
there must be something that you have done during these conversations that has turned her off.
No.
Well, the last photo I sent her, I took a photo of my breakfast, and it was like 2 heart-shaped pancakes that I made, and then I kind of spelled out like "I love you" in bacon. And I know that's corny, but it's also like sweet, and that's how I feel.
I mean, it seems like a lot to drop the L word and never seeing each other in person.
I mean, I spelt it in bacon.
Okay, you're spelling out the word love in bacon to this girl already?
Yeah, that's what he's doing. He's testing the waters to see if what was her response to that.
I mean, not much.
Not much. Okay, that's not good.
I know, and I haven't really heard from her in about the last 48 hours, which is rare because ever since we started communicating, we've never gone 48 hours without at least checking in.
So how do you want us to help? Because she obviously doesn't listen to our show.
I don't know. How can we get her? How can I get her to listen to me?
How can we get her?
Yeah, okay.
That's quite a
Listen.
statement.
Get her on the show is what I'm thinking.
Okay.
Or find out if you did something wrong, or
Yeah,
if she is
exactly.
just scared.
It sounds like he's just coming on a little too strong, but you were both feeling it, the chemistry at one point, so that's great.
Well, also, I forgot to tell you this as well. She did mention she had this friend that was kind of hesitant about our relationship, and I don't know if that has something to do with it. Like her friend is like jealous or just doesn't trust me because of the whole online thing, or maybe she's found met somebody else. I don't know. My mind is just kind of racing about the whole thing, and I was hoping you could help me in somehow.
All right. Well, just calm down about it a little bit. Maybe pop a Valium because you're getting a little bit excited talking about her.
I am amped up because, I care a lot about this girl. And if there's any chance that you can help me out, communicate with her, I would just really appreciate it because, I just don't know what else to do, honestly.
All right. I guess we'll do it.
Yeah.
I guess we'll do it.
That's the whole point
All right.
of this,
Thanks,
Jeffrey.
Jeff.
Why do you hate love so much all of a sudden? What is your problem?
This is
But
just different. This guy's never even been on a date with her. But you know what?
This is a
It's
21st
not-
century,
Yes.
Jeffrey, okay? It's a different way that people fall in love.
Just the
Catch
fact-
up, man.
The fact that they call each other every day in this day and age, that's crazy. That's more than most people.
It is
He's
crazy.
probably
It
getting more
scares me.
action than you are just via an internet screen, okay?
All right. Well, we know what? Maybe we're going to prove me wrong. We're going to
Yes.
play a song. We'll come back and we'll give Whitney a call and see if we can get you a second date update. Okay, Nick?
Yes. Thank you, guys.
Well, just hold on. We haven't gotten you the date yet. We're just making a call.
Okay, good. Thank you.
Okay. That's the energy I want. Okay, we'll be back after this.
Second date update.
How do you know when you're really in love?
Oh,
Is it when you memorize that person's favorite coffee order?
for sure.
Ooh, that's pretty good.
sign.
Is it when you include them in your Facebook profile picture?
Oh, hey, boo.
Yo, that's official.
Is it when you can confidently leave the door open while taking a number 2 in their apartment?
So gross.
No, that is love,
I mean, that's just a long time in marriage.
Yeah.
I don't know that that's love.
It's something.
No.
I think the real sign of true love is when you can spell out that person's name in breakfast sausage
Oh, man. It's always about the meats.
and then send a photo of that in a text message. Because that's what our listener Nick did for a girl named Whitney, even though they've never gone out on a real date or seen each other in person. They live in different states, but they've been chatting on the phone and over Skype for hours on end. But lately, she's become tough to reach.
Yeah.
Now, Nick, I'll admit, I was skeptical when we were talking before, but during the song break, I thought about it, chugged a ton of NyQuil, and I definitely feel different.
That's it?
Yeah,
I love that. Thank you for the support.
you're welcome.
That's
Yeah.
not support. That's
Oh, you guys, I believe you, Nick. I think that love can totally happen that way. Do you regret sending that picture? Because it does seem like that was the moment things shifted.
Yeah, I think I would have, had I to do it again, it would have been a little different.
But I mean, it's just bacon. It's not like you're actually dropping the L bomb.
No, I think bacon is the highest form of romance, right above diamond rings. So you can't go anywhere but down from here.
I agree.
All right.
oh man.
Well, let's get your bacon lover on the phone, and we'll see if you can get you a second date update, okay?
All right, I'm nervous.
All right. I'm going to dial the phone number right now. Here we go.
Hello?
Hi, can I speak to Whitney, please?
This is her.
Hi, Whitney. My name's Young Jeffrey. I work for the radio.
What is this about?
This is about you.
Well, obviously.
Oh my God.
Okay.
Sorry.
Did I win something?
No, you didn't win. Well, maybe you won something, in a way.
Maybe.
Yeah, you've probably never heard our show, Whitney. We're in a different city than you. Different state, actually.
So why are you calling me then?
We're calling you because we do something on our show called a second date update.
Okay.
I'm guessing you don't know what that is, but basically, when one of our listeners needs help figuring out why they're not getting a call after a date, we're willing to do that for them. And we're calling on behalf of a guy named Nick. Do you remember going out with Nick?
But they never really went out.
Oh,
so
right.
that doesn't
That's
really
right.
count.
This is so different than what we normally do. I've totally screwed this up. So you've been chatting recently with someone named Nick,
And it feels like you guys have been on quite a few dates because of how much time you've spent online together.
All right. What did he say about me?
He said he loves you.
No, he didn't say it like that.
Down. He sent a picture to you in bacon. He thought everything was going well.
Yes.
He felt like he's never connected to somebody like he connects with you, and he was really excited about it. And now you're not calling him back after he sent one simple picture of I love you spelled out in bacon, and he's wondering if he freaked you out.
Well, to be honest, the bacon message was definitely a little overwhelming.
Okay.
But, I was falling for him, too.
See, Jeff?
So you were on board.
How come you didn't bacon text him back then?
Well, I talked to my friend, and my friend's always someone that, gives me really good advice. And so I just need to pull back for a minute.
I'm not understanding.
Yeah, well, who is this friend? Is it a guy or girlfriend?
It's actually like my very trusted stuffed animal that I've had for a long time. And it's like my inner self that tells me, if things are okay or not.
Wait,
what?
Are you joking right now? Is this a joke?
You want to talk to her?
Wait,
hold
Whitney,
on.
Whitney, are you joking?
No, it's kind of like how Mr. Rogers does it,
Oh, Mr. Rogers does it.
Yeah, you don't remember having the little puppets and...
You have a puppet friend that's telling you not to date a guy?
Yeah, it's Sparkle. I've had her for many years.
Put Sparkles on the phone. We'd love to chat with her.
Hi, this is Sparkle.
Hi, Sparkles.
Hello.
Wait, what
Oh my God, I don't know. But
is
Sparkles,
this-
wait, why don't you like Nick?
Because he might not like me. He might throw me away, and I never see Whitney ever
I
again.
thought it was a doll.
Okay,
This is
yeah.
Hold on.
Sparkles, you do realize that Whitney deserves to be loved and that Whitney won't let you be thrown away, right? I'm doing this.
I thought it was a doll.
If he likes Whitney, he has to keep me too.
Okay. Hey,
Talk to the
Sparkles,
person?
have you ever met Nick before? Does Nick know about you?
I don't think Nick knows about me. If he knows about me, he might throw me away.
Oh, so
Okay.
you haven't told?
So
Dating
let's.
online is so weird.
Wait, so...
I think we need Whitney back on the phone.
Yeah, let's talk to Whitney again, please.
Oh, Jeff is so mad.
Whitney.
Hello?
Is this Whitney?
Who's this?
This is Whitney.
I thought it was another doll for a
Whitney.
second.
Whitney.
Have you told Nick about Sparkles?
No, I haven't told him about Sparkle.
Well,
Oh.
I can't imagine why, but I'm sure Nick would like to know about Sparkles. Maybe Sparkles and Nick should have a conversation so that you guys can actually go out, don't you think?
No.
It's definitely a possibility.
Well, we
Okay,
are
that's
giving you that
good.
chance because we didn't tell you this, but Nick has been on the other line listening, and he heard everything that you and Sparkles said, and he wants to talk to you both, I guess.
Oh.
Nick?
Does he want to talk to her?
Yeah, is he still there? He probably hung up.
Nick,
Nick,
are you there?
Nick.
Yeah, I'm here.
Hey.
Wow, just I have a lot of questions.
Yeah. Sparkle is just basically like my inner voice,
Yeah, Whitney is okay with you guys going out, but Sparkles has an issue.
Right, and
Maybe, Nick, you should talk to Spark. Can we get Sparkles back on the phone so Nick can have a conversation with Sparkles, and then maybe they can work something out?
I don't want to
No,
get
stop.
confused.
I don't know as I'm ready for that.
Okay, wait, Nick, I mean, when she explains it like that it's just basically she's having an inner dialogue with herself that comes out, does that sit okay with you?
I understand that. I think we all have that, but most of us kind of keep it internal.
That's a good way to put it. And a lot of people still have stuffed animals and blankets from their childhood. I still have a baby blanket.
Sure.
Brooke has stuffed animals.
Yeah, I sleep with stuffed animals every night. They don't talk to me very often, but but my stuffed animals were okay with me starting a relationship and getting married.
And now she's married.
And trust me, Whitney, my husband has tried to throw these things out many times, and I have just stopped that. You can do that in your relationship.
Honestly, I wouldn't go out with you, Nick, if you wouldn't accept Sparkles.
Yeah. Okay. Do other people know about Sparkles?
I don't show Sparkles to everybody, only those that I trust.
Oh my God, Nick.
So that's a compliment,
Wait,
Nick.
Whitney, the entire time you were talking about your friend, you were referring to Sparkles?
Yeah.
Oh, right. Okay.
Wow.
So Sparkles is the friend that is not okay with Nick and Whitney being together. Well, maybe.
Yeah, I'm not sure about Nick. I'm just not sure.
Wait, hold on. Is this Sparkles on the phone again?
Duh.
Okay.
Hi, this is Sparkles.
Hey, Sparkles.
Oh my gosh. Do it. You have to do it.
I don't even know how to do this.
You got to do
Who
it.
do you ask?
I mean, Sparkles is on the phone. I think we start with Sparkles, then we go to Whitney.
All right. Sparkles, here's the deal.
That's the hard one.
Nick really wants to go out with Whitney. So if you'll let her, we would pay for Whitney and Nick to go out on a date if it's okay with you.
As long as I can be there, it's okay.
Okay.
All right.
Oh,
That's a yes.
We got our first yes.
Now, Whitney,
good thing.
Sparkles has signed off on the relationship. Will you go out with Nick one more time? We'll pay for it. Or for the first time, we'll pay for it.
Okay, wow, yeah. I'm surprised that Sparkles is okay with it, and I am on board with it.
Okay.
All right.
Well, that's some excitement.
How is she surprised?
We did it.
Okay.
Nick,
Yeah, Nick, congratulations.
you got a second date or a first date.
Let's pump the brakes a little bit, I think.
Why? Do you have a friend that's a little bit hesitant about this too? Do we need to get him on the line?
I think that maybe we had been rushing it a little bit.
Oh.
And I think with this new information, I think maybe staying on as like friends on the phone and chatting, I think that's probably...
Sparkles don't like friends.
Oh, okay. Sparkles, I'm sorry. This is just how I'm feeling. I can't believe I'm talking to Sparkles right now, but I am. And can I talk to Whitney again?
Yeah, this is Whitney. What's your problem with Sparkles?
I mean, I could really get into it, but I think maybe that's a conversation for a later date.
So are you telling me that you're going to tell Sparkles I love you and bacon too? Because, I mean, honestly, that would be helpful for you.
Oh, win her.
I don't think I'll do that.
Nick, Sparkles angry with you.
Uh-oh.
No.
Yeah, don't face the rage of Sparkles.
I think we need to hang up.
Yeah. Sorry we couldn't get you a date there, Nick.
Okay, good luck.
That is quite all right. I learned a lot, and that's the most important thing, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're never online dating again.
Uh-huh.
I don't think so. Yeah.
Moving 92.5. Brooke and Jubal's second date update.
I have no idea why the guy on the phone for the second date update today isn't getting a call back from the girl that he went out with because he gave her something that no woman can resist on their first date. Pizza.
I do love pizza.
Steve took Alexis out for pizza, and apparently now Alexis isn't calling him back. Steve, how are you?
Hey, man, what's happening?
Not much, buddy. What's going on?
I'm all right, thanks.
You sound sad, Steve. Do you really think pizza did you in?
I don't know what did me in, but something did.
Okay, so your email that you sent us, that's pretty much all it said was like, hey, I met this girl for pizza, and now she's not calling me back. Why don't you give us a little bit of background on the girl? How'd you meet her, first of all?
We met on a dating app, and it kept swiping, and finally I got her picture, and I was like, oh, my God, I got to take this girl out. She was so beautiful.
All right.
You swiped right.
Nice.
Hey.
I swiped right, and then so I was like, there's this amazing pizza joint between the two of us. I'm like, why don't we go there? They have a pepperoni pie to die for. So I thought it was like, who doesn't like pizza? I mean, come on.
Okay, so you met her for pizza, and anything weird happened while you were on your date? Did everything go okay?
I think it went awesome. We had a great time. We talked about all kinds of stuff. She sees UFOs like I do, and she's so into extraterrestrial stuff, and we just hit it off about that.
You say she likes UFOs like you do?
Yeah, man. I'm really into UFOs.
Okay. Did you just wake up, Steve?
No, I've been up for a minute. What's up? You just get up? I'm all right.
You sound like you're like half asleep.
Or stoned.
No.
Yeah, that's true. Are you Steve? Are you stoned, Steve?
I don't know.
All right.
That's where the aliens are coming from.
That's why you're talking about UFOs and everything like that.
Okay.
Honestly, if you're really into UFOs and you talk about that a ton on your first date, a chick's probably going to think that's kind of weird.
Yeah.
Unless she's really into it too, like he said.
Maybe.
If
I mean,
that's
but
her, like,
did you
deal.
harp on it the whole time? Did you say that you talked to UFOs? Anything like that?
Well, we talked a lot about it, but the pizza was really good too.
Oh, so you talked about that? How did the date end?
The date ended okay. I was walking around, I wanted to keep going, wanted to hang out a little more, maybe get her back to my place, but she couldn't do it, so I walked her to her car, and I never kissed on the first date, but I gave her a nice hug goodbye, and I told her I'd text her later and all that.
And I respect your rules, Steve, because we all have boundaries, but what's your reasoning for not kissing on the first date?
Make him wait.
Make him wait. Okay.
Ancient Chinese secret.
So why didn't you think she's not calling you back then?
I don't know. I just think that she doesn't understand anything.
You think she doesn't understand anything?
I mean, why wouldn't she call me back? I mean, everything was great. Pizza was great. Conversation was great. It was like dating one-on-one.
Okay, so everything seemed normal to you. How many times have you tried to get a hold of her? And has she even responded to any of your phone calls or text messages or anything?
I've tried 3 or 4 times, and she hasn't gotten back to me.
And you haven't heard anything at all? Like, not even I'm busy and I can't see you?
Nothing.
Okay. All right. We'll play a song, come back, call her, and get your second date update.
Cool. Thanks, man.
All right, buddy.
Moving 92.5. Brooke and Jubal in the mornings. Second date update.
Steve is on the phone with us, and he wants us to call a girl named Alexis today to see why she's not calling him back. Steve, I'm going to ask you before I even make this phone call, do you really want me to call her? Because it's kind of obvious why she's not calling you back.
Yeah.
It's not obvious to me, man.
Steve, you admitted to us that you're kind of stoned on the air with us right now. And you showed up to your date, I'm assuming probably stoned. And you talked about whatever. And if you showed up to the date stoned, I'm assuming that's probably why she's not calling you back.
Okay, man, but I was taught you never assume, right?
Maybe
right.
she was stoned too. I mean, he said that she was also into UFOs.
Have you been on a lot of dates through Tinder before?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, and have they usually turned out good for you?
50-50. Most of these people are undateable.
Okay,
Oh,
so it's always them, not you. All right.
One.
Well,
Wow.
I'm going to dial her phone number right now, see if we can get her on the phone and find out if there's another reason why she's not calling you back. I could be wrong, dude. I mean, she could have not have minded that you showed up stoned.
All right.
It is legal.
Yeah, I mean, it's legal. You seem like a nice guy, so maybe it's something else.
I wouldn't have minded if she was stoned.
I know you wouldn't have.
No,
You would have enjoyed it, actually. All right. I'm going to dial her phone number right now, okay?
Yeah.
All right, here we go.
Hello?
Hi, I was looking for Alexis.
Yeah, this is Alexis.
Hey, Alexis, how are you? This is Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the morning.
Okay.
How's it going?
It's going good. Why are you guys calling me?
You sound like you actually know who we are.
I do know who you are. I know that when you call people, it's for a weird, crazy reason. So
Yeah.
Alexis.
I'm calling you because somebody emailed us to do a second date update with you.
Oh boy. Okay.
His name is Steve.
Oh my God, that f***ing idiot's on the phone right now, right? And you're gonna go, you're gonna have me tell you about it, and then you're gonna guess what? He's on the phone.
Yeah, all right. So
show.
you do know how the second date updates work. And I noticed that you just called Steve an idiot. Steve is on the phone. Do you want to tell Steve why you think he's an idiot?
Yeah, I mean, if he called your show and wanted to go through this on the radio, let's do this. Right?
Okay.
Wow.
All right, Steve. Say hi to Alexis.
What? Can you hear me?
Yeah. What? Oh my God! How much did you smoke when you woke up?
Alexis, why are you so mean?
I'm not so mean. You seem look. Just on behalf of like girls, we know when we go on a Tinder date, we know that it could be like a train wreck. We know that. We know that. But we go, oh, he's cute. You know, this might work. Pizza seemed like a good idea. I have no idea why. And then I realized you love pizza because you need pizza. You need pizza. You need chips. You need.
All right, so
Alexis, you're
so
fiery.
is the problem that Steve is a stoner and he showed up to your date? Hi.
I mean he's super chill. Let's just say that. He's a super chill guy, and it's not. I mean, that's not all of it, but yeah, that's the. I mean,
Alexis, I don't understand what the problem is. We had such a good time. I'm not really sure what's going on, Alexis.
I don't think Steve knows what's going on right now at all.
I know. Are you even listening to yourself right now? You don't even know what's going on. Can you imagine going on a date with you?
Oh my God, I would love to go on a date with you. I'm so much fun.
Alexis, Steve painted it as you guys had a good time and that you were both into UFOs even.
You know what? I occasionally, like, I used to watch Battlestar Galactica. Do you remember that? That was like a good show, but that's about it. Like, I couldn't.
You seem like you were having fun.
I mean, at first I was kind of having fun. I didn't know if you were kidding. You're just so out of it. And I just, at a certain point, you just have to kind of, I mean, like, I'm on a date, I'm just going to go with it. The pizza was good. I mean, it was just sort of funny. Are you even there? Are you even awake right now?
Why are you so upset? Why are you so angry? I just wanted to hang with you and get to know you and look into your eyes, and you're coming at me with, like, spears.
We're not on the same planet, really.
Do you think maybe he'd be attractive if he was sober?
I mean, I don't know. Who knows? Look, he's cute. Like, I don't know if you guys like know what he looks like. He's like a good-looking guy, but he's so.
Yes, I am.
Well, at least he's confident. Alexis, I guess you know how the second date updates work because you've heard a lot of them, obviously. I would love to send you out on a second date with Steve. We will pay for it. I
mean, I kind of want Steve to go on a second date, and I kind of want to watch how that goes.
Okay, you just want to observe him.
Free entertainment.
I kind of do. I mean, I don't. It's pretty fascinating, actually.
You're actually considering doing this again?
Oh no, I'm not going on a date with him. I want him to go on a date with somebody else. I'll be like at the next table watching them eat.
She's just saying she wants to watch Steve go on a date with somebody else.
Yeah, no, I'm sorry. I can't go on a date with him. I mean, Steve, you're not a bad guy. You're just out of it.
Do I have any say in this at all?
I don't think you do, Steve.
No.
I'm sorry, man. You did not get your second date.
Alexis, I've never done this before, but I'm going to ask you myself. Will you go on a second date with me?
I've never done this before.
No, thank you.
Last chance. Let's do it. Come on.
This is like the 75th time I've said no. It's always going to be no.
All right. Thank you very much for your time, Alexis.
Thank you guys for calling.
And thank you for listening.
Yeah,
appreciate
we love
it.
you.
Yeah.
And Steve, I'm sorry, man. You did not get a second date, but hopefully you can get out there and keep trying, though. Don't give up.
Thanks for trying.
Yeah, no problem, man. All right. See you later. I don't think Steve even knows he was on the radio right now.
Brooke and Jubal in the morning.
Lots of different responses on our text message board at 78592. People, I think, kind of missing the point a little bit about what happened in the second date update.
Yeah.
There's so many people that are just like,
yeah.
I love weed.
There are people that are really interested in the weed part of it. Steve wanted us to call this girl named Alexis. They went out for pizza. Basically, Steve on the phone with us was even high.
Yeah.
And he's a stoner, big time. Alexis didn't want to go out with him again because he showed up to the date stoned and was just kind of weird the whole time. And she, kind of let him have it and told him, hey, if you're going to go out on dates, maybe find somebody else who smokes as much weed as you, or, don't go stoned.
Yeah.
But they went out for pizza. And the reason I say that we're getting different responses than I had imagined on our text message board, I figured most people would rip on this guy. There are a few people ripping on him. There are a few people ripping on her for being a little mean to him. But most people are texting in asking about the pizza place. I got like 5 texts right here. It says, I'll go on a date with him. I love pizza. Another one says, where is this pizza place? It sounds amazing. The pizza place sounded amazing because he was high.
Yeah.
All right?
Well, which proves that all of our listeners probably high.
Yeah, maybe you
why
have to
we're
be.
able to have them. Yeah.
Another text in at 78592 that says, you know how hard it is to get a good pizza in Seattle? What's the location? Are they open late?
Hey, it's the important things in life, Jubal. It's not love. It's pepperoni, dude.
Another one says, is there any way you guys could just put up the link to that pizza place on your website?
Could we just
I'd really appreciate it. We didn't even really break down that long how good the pizza was. It was kind of a side note that they went out for pizza.
How do you guys feel about doing the entire show tomorrow around pizza?
Sure. People love pizza.
Clearly there's a need for it.
Yeah. We can break down pizza for a while. Want to do pizza on the 10s tomorrow?
Pizza on the 10.
We'll give out a slice of pizza on the 10s.
This one's for Pagliacci.
Yeah.
This one's for Pizza Hut.
Yeah. Domino's. I mean, there's tons of options. So
We're like the radio of Yelp.
I think we learned a lesson from the second date update. If you're going to go out on a date with a girl, probably don't show up stoned out of your mind. Unless you know that she's into that, and then it's cool. And we also learned, take her out for pizza. Because everybody loves pizza. If you want a second date update, all you have to do is email the show, Brooke and Jubal at moving925.com. We will call the person who didn't call you back. Now it's time for your 60-second sleaze.
Moving 92.5 60 second sleaze.
First, we got to start with a big congratulations. Ryan Gosling and Eva Mendes had a baby girl yesterday.
Hey, awesome.
Yeah, and apparently they cried because they were so happy
way.
after she was born.
Oh, Ryan Gosling cries like
I
when he
know.
gets up in the morning.
Yeah, he does. Just a single sexy tear rolls down his face.
I don't know if you've been following the beef between Rihanna and CBS Sports. Now, last Thursday, when the Ravens played, they were supposed to have Rihanna perform Run This Town, They dropped that and they said that they wanted a different tone. A lot of people got really mad at CBS saying, hey, you're punishing another domestic violence victim for something that happened to her by cutting her from a show just because of the domestic violence issues with Ray Rice, right? So they pulled the song, and Rihanna tweeted about it and didn't have very nice things to say at all. The most amazing part, she got every news anchor in the nation to read her tweet.
CBS, you pulled my song last week. Now you want to slide it back in this Thursday? No. F you.
Whoa!
So CBS has responded to that tweet by just not having her on for the rest of the season.
All right.
How awesome if they respond,
it's
no,
all over.
Rihanna,
F you.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's getting a big fight with Rihanna. That'd be amazing. Yeah. Tagging Chris Brown in it. Like, you want to get in on this, Chris?
Oh, gosh. We have, this is really disturbing. Joan Rivers' doctor allegedly took a selfie with her while she was unconscious on the table. Yeah, moments before she went into cardiac arrest. He, of course, has since been let go, and we don't know for sure. No one has seen the selfie. Okay, if you're that sick, it's not up on our website. But that is the rumor out there.
It makes me worried how often people are doing that.
I
We
guarantee
know
you a
about
lot.
it because she's famous,
Yeah.
but the rest of us.
This chick's about to die, but let me take a selfie. I'm a little out of control.
And you can see pictures, though, of Khloe Kardashian's new do. She got cornrows.
No.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
They're
Ever
bad.
a good decision.
No.
Trying way too hard.
She looks like an 18-year-old that's on spring break in Mexico, is what she looks like.
Yeah.
You can see the pictures if you log on to moving925.com. And in even worse Kardashian news, Kylie Jenner now wants to be a singer and is determined to be the next Katy Perry.
Oh, no.
If you're just tuning in for the second date, one of our listeners, Max, recreated prom night for his date, Beth, after he found out that she never went to hers back in high school. He did a big promposal. They danced to old songs in the parking garage at his work. They even took prom photos on his iPhone. And he didn't get a kiss at the end of the night. After all that, I said he should have at least gotten a pity kiss for all that effort that he went through for her. So I'm telling you right now, Max, if we don't get you this date and we can't deliver a pity kiss from Beth, then our own social media coordinator, Alexis, has agreed to step up and will kiss you on the air to end this segment. I'm guaranteeing it, man. If you can go all out for a date, then we can go all out for a second date.
For yourself. Yeah, I mean, if anyone's the expert on pity kisses, it's definitely you, Jeffrey. So take that one for the team, okay?
Well, someone on this show is going to pity kiss you, Max, whether you want it or not.
Yeah, I don't know. I just hope you guys give me a date.
Wait, did you pay for the McDonald's? Because then I'll totally kiss you, bro.
We split the McDonald's.
Oh, never mind.
You didn't pay for her McDonald's?
Well, he already paid for everything else. What do you want from him?
That's true. He's got a tax.
What did he pay for? The mixtape in the parking garage?
And the Uber ride?
There it is.
And the candles and the flowers.
Okay.
Not McDonald's, though.
I'm sorry, I didn't know your parents hadn't given you an allowance yet, and that's why you couldn't cover McDonald's.
Okay. Brooke's hating on you right now,
No,
Max.
it's just-
But you know what? I support you, okay?
left that piece
and
out.
I'm going to rent a hotel room after this second date in case it goes really well, just for you and me.
What kind of prom did you have?
The best prom.
Dude, ours ended in a forest at a kegger. So
Okay, that's a little sketchy too.
That's why you want to do prom with me, Max.
Did anybody just go home at the end of prom? Am I the only one that just was in my own bed?
Yeah, I went to a cabin.
Oh, wow, okay then.
All right, we're all getting sidetracked reminiscing about our proms. Let's focus on the second date, and Max, we're going to try and call her right now. You ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Okay, here we go.
Hello?
Hi, is this Beth?
Yes, it is. Who's calling?
My name's Jeffrey. I work on the radio show Brooke and Jeffrey in the Morning.
Oh,
Are you familiar with us?
I'm familiar with you. I don't know why you're calling.
Okay.
Well, if you're
can solve
familiar,
that.
then you might be familiar with a segment that we do called the second date. That's where if you go out with someone, right, and afterwards, if they're not calling you back, you can email us for help.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I've heard of it.
So recently, you went out with a guy, and you were not calling him back afterwards. So he's asked us to get in touch with you.
Okay. What's his name?
His name is Max.
Max.
It's
Yeah.
going to be a hard to forget date.
I would imagine, unless you've gone to a bunch of recreated proms over the last week or so.
No, I just that one.
Well, if that's good.
Okay. So are you purposely not getting back to him, or maybe you got busy?
What did he tell you about our date?
I mean, he basically ran us through the whole evening where he did a promposal for you. He took you to his parking garage at his work to recreate a dance. You guys went to McDonald's afterwards, and he made it sound like it was a pretty fun night.
Okay, so dancing in a parking garage and going to McDonald's sounds fun to you?
I mean,
Okay.
not to me personally, but I could understand why it would be a nice gesture.
It sounds fun to me.
Did it? Okay, I will say when Max told us the story, he said that you guys danced for like 15 songs, which to me was overkill.
Yeah, there were a lot of songs, and he was excited about each one of them. Like, do you remember this one? And giving me the history of each song.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like
Well,
he hand-selected each one
I
on
mean,
purpose.
it is sweet. Like he's just trying to recreate prom for you because he said you missed your high school prom.
Yeah, you're right. I mean, the whole thing was really, really sweet. It was just a little maybe like childish for me. Does that make sense?
Well, high school, we were kind of a kid, like, meaning like that, or it's like...
I mean, like, we're grown adults now. Like, it's okay I missed my prom. Like, I'm not sitting here crying in a corner all these years later.
Like, you're not like super hung
But
up
you
on
said
it.
yes to the promposal, so.
Right.
She didn't know, right?
Well,
All she knew was to
she-
dress up.
She's saying when the proposal was outside her door and he was standing in
Yeah.
the tux, she came in down and went with him.
With the candles.
forgot.
She should have just been like, no, let's just do like Applebee's or something.
I mean, yeah, the gesture was really cute. I just, doing the, like, promposal thing, like, is kind of the cutest part of it, right?
Yeah.
The surprise.
It was kind of everything else, like, it was just the two of us in this, like, parking garage, know, and I've just met this guy for the first time in real life, so it was a little awkward.
Yeah.
I could see that.
I mean, I definitely understand what you're saying. That's a weird experience to go through, but you have to remember he's just trying to create a moment for you. And like maybe he didn't do it the best way, but going forward, you don't have to do that again. You can just do a normal date.
Well, that was kind of a deal breaker for me.
Wait, what was the deal breaker? I'm sorry, just doing the long prom night thing was a deal breaker?
No, it was actually a conversation that we had at McDonald's that just kind of turned me off.
It wasn't him making you pay for your own McDonald's food that turned you off? Something else did it?
No. We can split the bill. It's fine. So when he was talking at McDonald's, he was talking a lot about plans for our future dates, which there's nothing wrong with thinking about future dates. But he thought because I loved the prom date so much that he wanted to, like, recreate all of these other events in my life, like my Sweet 16 and like my 21 run and like basically all the big moments that people have.
I mean, I get that because to me, it would feel like he's trying to insert himself in my past memories. Like, it's okay that I had a life before I met you, man. We could still date without you forcing.
Yeah. I also think it's kind of weird that he keeps trying to recreate her in her teenage years.
No, he said 21 run.
Well, okay,
He also
there's-
wants her wasted in a back alley somewhere,
Okay, well-
peeing on a garbage can.
There's something.
Or you're 13.
I mean, it was just a little too much for me. And like in the moment, it was hard for me to say anything because I was so overwhelmed and kind of taken aback. Like, wait, you want to do what?
Well, now that you're out of that moment, I'm going to put you into a different moment where I tell you that Max is on the other line listening and he wants to talk to you right now.
Oh, he's on the other line?
Yeah, he's been listening the whole time. Max, you there?
Yeah, I'm here. Hey, Beth.
Oh, my God. I didn't know you were listening.
It was a cool prom night, right?
I mean, yeah, it was really sweet of you to do that. I don't know what to say.
It's just that you did say that you'd never been to prom and that you wished you had. So I was basically making your wish come true.
Yeah, it's kind of less about the prom aspect and more about like wanting to recreate all of these other moments in my life for our dates instead of just like going out and getting to know each other.
Right.
Yeah, I just thought that those were really important to you, and I wanted to maybe experience those moments with you. I thought that would be really nice. But is it just that, I don't know, you're not like attracted to me?
To me, it was just a little too much. It was a little overkill, especially like I said, this prom was super nice, but like trying to recreate my Sweet 16 that I already had is a little bit different than recreating a prom that I never had.
Yeah.
But I wasn't at your Sweet 16. I mean, I would have liked to have been there.
Oh, Max. Are you not hearing anything she's saying? Like, I know, man, that you may have hurt feelings right now, but I feel like it's good with you to be very direct. She doesn't want to do that.
Yeah.
Fine, we'll just do the 21 run then. We don't have to do it earlier stuff. Let's just do that.
Max, I don't think you're understanding what she's saying. She's done all that already. She's finished with that portion of her life. She'd like to move into adulthood and do all the things that adults like to do that are fun.
Netflix and chill would be an upgrade for once.
I know.
You said you liked the driver's license idea when you got your driver's license, and we were going to do that together.
What?
What?
What are you going to teach her how to parallel park,
one
which she
likes
already
that
knows how? Again, these are things we don't need to relive in life. Nobody wants to relive the stress of your driver's license or...
I never said I wanted to do a driver's license party. I just said I had never had one, and I don't even know if those are like a thing. Like,
Well, excuse me for being Mr. Think of Others.
What? No, Max. Max, you're being Mr. Don't listen to anyone.
Who doesn't like being celebrated?
Okay, why don't you have one of those parties for yourself then?
Yeah, recreate taking your first steps and she can be there for it.
I would be up for that if that's what you want to do for the next date.
Oh, my God.
Oh, okay. Well, in that case, Beth, we would like to send you out one more time with Max. You can recreate. You can hold his finger while he barely keeps his balance and takes his first steps again, and we'll pay for that somehow. What do you say?
I don't want to keep looking back, so I think that for me to move forward from this is not going on a second date.
That's a very good way to say no.
Because we could do a retirement party. Do you want to do a retirement
That's too far.
That sounds like fun.
Hey, you're over the hill.
Yeah. You get a discount on your food. You'll be in bed by 4 o'clock. What do you say?
Great, I like it.
Here's some food that's easy to bite through for dinner.
Coincidentally, also McDonald's.
Dating world, most men put in minimal effort for their dates.
Yeah.
It's texts at 2 a.m., Netflix and chill, maybe Taco Bell delivered.
Delivered.
Wow.
Maybe.
Delivered. Hello, Casanova.
Marry me.
I mean, other men, though, they'll go the extra mile. Take her to Chili's.
Whoa.
Get some Southwestern egg rolls.
Those things are really good.
Offer to
they are good.
split the bill like a gentleman.
Wow.
But one guy named Max went the extra 17 miles when he planned his first date.
That's very specific.
What
I
do
don't
you think
know.
are like?
Well, I'm just saying, he didn't go the extra mile. He went way past that
okay.
mile.
Wow.
And I can't wait to hear exactly what he did. Max, welcome to the show.
Hey, guys. Thanks for having me on.
Oh.
I know that was a silly
I
little
know.
tease, but I cannot wait to hear where you took her now.
I mean,
Yeah.
Max, are you feeling a lot of pressure? That was a lot of hype Jeffrey gave you.
Yeah.
No pressure. I mean, I delivered, you know?
Oh,
Yeah.
all right. Look
That's
at
Max's
you.
style. He never lets a lady down.
All right.
Tell us about the girl that you went out with. What's her name?
Her name's Beth,
Okay.
and we met online, actually. She's super cute, and I should tell you the whole sort of backstory about our date.
Yeah.
We were texting for a while, a couple of weeks, actually, just because we wanted to hang out, but it didn't work with our schedules.
Okay. I mean, so were you planning something big and elaborate the entire time and the schedule wasn't working out, or?
Well, it's funny you ask, because we were talking, and I found out she had never been to prom.
Aw.
I know, right? I think she said her date ditched her or something. And
Oh.
What a jerk.
Wow, that's sad.
Okay.
so I came up with this idea. I would surprise her, recreating prom night for her.
That is so cute.
Okay.
That is
I
bumming
mean,
me on.
You're going to blow that on a first date? I mean, God.
Dude,
I mean, I feel like that's something you keep in your back pocket for when you're dating 6 months and then you do it.
Not him, Brooke. Not him.
I
Wow.
guess.
Yeah, I know. Max brings it all. Date one.
Uh-huh.
We were really connecting on the phone.
What?
Okay.
So how did you do this?
Yeah, would you guys do drink in the car before the date started?
No. Okay. So I just told her to dress up. Okay, so that's literally all I told her.
But she didn't know that the prom was coming.
No, I didn't tell her anything else.
Okay.
Okay.
But here's what I do. I go to her apartment, and I texted her to look outside her window,
Uh-huh.
and it was sort of dusk, like it was getting dark, and I had set up these candles outside,
Aw.
and these rose petals. It actually took me a long time, but the rose petals were on the sidewalk, and they spelled out prom ?
Oh, you even did a promposal.
I see.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you guys get it.
Good job.
Yeah.
You are so proud, as you should be, sir.
I guess,
Yeah.
but it's probably awkward with all the adults walking by that are like, why is this old gentleman asking some girl to prom? This is weird.
Should we call the authorities?
Yeah.
Oh, please be her dad.
Yeah. So you told her to look out the window. She looked out, and what happened?
She looked out, and she looked really excited, kind of shocked, but she came down.
Yeah.
Good.
And I gave her her corsage.
Oh,
I see.
You even brought the
Great.
corsage.
man.
So what's next?
I called an Uber, and I had the Uber take us to my work parking lot.
Okay.
Okay, that sounds ghetto, but rude.
Okay.
Dude.
It was enclosed, and it actually has really good acoustics, which is why we went there.
Oh, it's like a parking
Oh,
garage.
Okay.
Oh, got it.
I went to a poor high school. I'm going to tell you, your parking garage was probably in better condition than my high school was.
Parking
Yeah.
garage. Oh, what is this? Fancy schmancy.
Okay. So you went to your work parking garage, and
Right.
what happened there?
Of course, I take out my boombox and started playing some old 90s songs for her, and we danced. And,
Oh,
you know, we took funny photos together.
I love
You even
this.
took prom photos together?
Yeah, I used my iPhone. You know, I downloaded some funny backgrounds.
Oh.
That could be really cute or super awkward.
Yeah, I agree. There's like a fine line here.
How was Beth feeling during this whole experience? Could you get a read on that?
Yeah, she seemed to like it.
I mean, was she smiling? Like, was she laughing?
She seemed to like it. That's a very short review,
Yeah.
sir.
What made you think that she seemed to like it?
There, that's the better question.
But I mean, she didn't run away, and like she probably could have run away at various points.
I don't know.
Heels are hard to run in. I
I'm
don't
really
know.
concerned that you're judging your date's interest based on whether or not she ran away.
Look, I gave her 3 opportunities.
Yeah.
I said, run now, and she didn't.
Right? She dialed 9-1, but she didn't dial the last one, so she must like me.
Oh, come on, you know what I mean.
I mean,
You know what I mean.
is that what you mean?
I know, we're just giving you a hard time, man. We're honestly jealous because you've done way more on your first date than we've done on any of our dates.
And compared to other second dates, this is a lot of effort. It's very creative and very romantic. All kidding aside, this is impressive, dude.
I told you guys I delivered.
Yeah, you did.
You weren't lying, man.
I mean,
Thank you.
but what'd you guys do after, like, you dance like once or twice, right? Because you dance more than that, and it does start to get awkward.
In between her trying to
Right.
Well, I didn't want to shortchange her. I had 15 songs on the playlist.
Nice, that's a solid
Wait,
playlist.
you stayed in the parking lot and danced for 15 songs?
That's at least a
Did you have
couple
someone
hours.
come yell at you for dirty dancing halfway through? Because that's what happened at my prom.
No.
You guys are joking, but 15 songs is a long time, Max.
That is a couple hours, I think.
I wanted to give her the full experience.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, real prom is awkward, so the recreation of prom needs to be a little bit awkward, too.
So there was like fast songs and slow songs, and you guys were totally sober, just the two of you
I
in a
hope
parking
not.
garage dancing.
Basically, yeah.
Okay. The recap isn't as...
I bet it's more romantic in real life than what we're picturing in our heads.
It felt like it.
Yeah.
It's all
Again,
been great.
romantic till the third song.
Okay.
But prom is always a letdown, so this kind of...
Yeah, true.
So how did this night end?
We drove to McDonald's, and we got some food.
That is like classic prom.
That is, yeah.
It was honestly, it felt perfect, I guess, until the end when I walked her to the door, and she said, "Oh, that was such a special night."
Oh.
And then she sort of leaned in, and like I sort of thought she was gonna kiss me, but she kissed me on the cheek.
Okay.
Still nice.
And then I haven't heard from her at all.
Huh.
No, that's the weird
Yeah.
Well, I mean, it's just a lot of effort to not get a call back.
Dude, you should at least get like a pity kiss on prom night.
That's
I
fair.
think so.
That's what I thought.
Yeah, I mean, if nothing else, you went through all this effort, and that's what we're gonna try to get you right now. We're gonna get you a pity kiss,
Okay.
I can get behind this.
or maybe even a
Alexis will
pity
give it
second
to you.
date.
I
We're
don't
gonna-
think anybody
No,
wants
no.
pity anything.
He was happy that she didn't run. Come on. So we're
Okay,
gonna play a
good.
song. We'll come back. We'll call Beth for you, and we'll try and get you a second date. All right, ma'am?
All right.
All right, hold on.
Second date update.
Today's second date update is brought to you by the letter J.
Okay.
My name starts with J.
J is for jazzy fingers.
Uh-huh.
J is also for jalapeno.
Oh.
And J is also the name of the guy who wants a second date update today.
All right.
So congratulations on being the letter of the day, Jay.
Wow.
Yeah.
Is that how you spell it? Is
Do
it
you
just-
also love the number 3? Because that is our second sponsor.
Wow, it's such an honor.
I know.
Well, tell us about the girl you want us to call today, Jay.
I want you to call Elizabeth.
Elizabeth, okay?
Yeah, but it's kind of a funny story how we met, too. I actually met her while I was at my swim lesson. I take adult swim classes.
Okay, usually when people say it's a funny story, it's not, but that's kind of a funny story. I'm not making fun of you, Jay. I think it's great that you're learning to swim.
Thank you, thank you.
Yes.
I never learned, you know. I know a lot of people take lessons when they're kids, and it's just one of those things that my folks never hooked me up with. And I'm like, well, what if I'm on a boat someday, you know?
Dude, it's
Totally.
fine. I don't know how to swim either.
Maybe you should take lessons and meet the
Dude.
love of your life, like Elizabeth.
There you go.
What was Elizabeth's role in the swim lessons?
I saw her while I was taking my lesson, and she was there with what looked like a son of hers, a small child, and she was really cute, really pretty.
I don't know why it's a weird way to say it.
It sounded weird.
Yeah.
All right.
What looked to be a small child.
Well, let me get through it. She was really cute, and I started talking to her. And as she was there with her son, I was just kind of joking around that his crawl stroke was better than mine. And that got a good laugh, you know, kind of broke the ice a little bit.
Yeah, it's funny because it's true.
I mean, but that's a risky move, though, because if someone has a son, usually the first assumption is they're also married. And people take rings off to go swimming all the time.
Right. But fortunately, after I made that joke, she clarified that it was actually her nephew. So in my mind, I was like, oh, cool. No kid, she's not taken, no ring. I was like, I think I'm in the clear here.
Yeah, she's dropping a little hint towards you.
Exactly.
You guys are meeting in your bathing suits already, so you know what's on the table. I mean, that's a good start to any relationship.
I got nothing to hide. And then in that moment, too, I made another joke. I was like, oh, that's really good that I didn't have to lend the kid my water wing.
Oh, man, you are coming with the jokes.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
You got to watch it. You can't do too many. You're going to joke your way out of a date here. You might need to give me mouth to mouth after this.
Oh, God. Okay. When did you ask her out? How'd you do it?
You know, we got talking a little more after that, and the conversation went so well, I stopped self-deprecating my swimming ability so much, and we set a date for a few days after that. We went to a really nice upscale bar.
Dude, that's really cool. I mean, you met someone in real life, and they actually showed up to a date.
This doesn't happen.
I know. That is a miracle in and of itself.
Bar's set very low for us, obviously. So how did the date go?
It was fantastic. We started talking about everything, our jobs, our families a little bit. You know, I mentioned that I also I take a karate class too, because that was another one of those classes.
Are you sure you're not an 8-year-old boy?
Did you have a gymboree lesson after this?
No. I just there were things I always wanted to do when I was younger that I didn't have a chance to, but now I've got a little more independence. I'm a grown man. I can do whatever I want.
Okay, I like it.
Yeah, right?
But no, honestly, that's sexy, right? Like you're doing something that you have always wanted to do and actually seeing it through.
Pursue it.
Yeah.
That's a great way to look at it, Brooke.
And then after dinner, we took a little walk around the park. And when we were there, I saw this huge group of pigeons, and it was just a majestic sight. And we both had a couple
pigeons? Did you just describe pigeons as majestic?
He's a child.
It's fine.
Absolutely. When you see hundreds of birds, they just look so cool, all huddled up there along the park, kind of looking for food. But we both had leftovers, so I was like, trust me here. And I put the food down on the bench, and all the pigeons just start swarming over to the bench.
Oh, my God, that sounds like my nightmare. I don't like birds very much. I mean, I like them from afar, but, being swarmed by birds is, sounds terrible.
Sounds like a lot of poop.
Did she like that?
We were a safe distance away, so just kind of a really cool sight to see,
Okay.
And I actually looked over at her, and I couldn't quite tell if she thought it was as cool of a sight as I did. Maybe she was mad that I gave the leftovers away.
Give me your food.
So you think the mood switched when the pigeons got fed?
I mean, it was good food, so.
That's why the pigeons loved it so much, clearly.
End of the night, though, we hugged. I gave her a kiss on the cheek, and that was it. I tried to call her the next day for a date. I didn't hear anything back. I did see her at the pool again, but I didn't get to talk to her because I think she might have saw me and run away really fast with her nephew. So I just don't know what's going on. Other than that last moment, I thought it was a really good night, and I'm really hoping I can get another second date going.
You think she labeled you as the weird pigeon guy that she went out with?
I mean, I've been called way worse than that, so I hope not. But it's all right with me.
All right. Well, we're going to play a song, come back, and we'll try and get you a second date update. Hopefully it goes better than your swim lessons did. All right, Jay?
Awesome. Thank you. I'm drowning over here.
All right. Hold on.
Second date update.
All right. We're going to try and make the second date update go quick because I know our listener Jay has his nap time, and we don't want him to be cranky before soccer practice.
Oh, man, maybe we should give him some orange slices.
I'm just messing around. Jay met a girl named Elizabeth while taking his adult swim lessons because he never got the chance to learn when he was growing up. And he took her out to an upscale bar. Then they walked around a park where they fed their leftovers to a majestic flock of city pigeons.
Okay, well, he fed the leftovers to the pigeons. She just stood in horror.
That's true. But he had a great time doing it. He did notice Elizabeth seemed a little unamused by all the pigeon feeding. So he hasn't been able to reach her ever since then. Jay, you ready to do this?
I am ready, and thank you so much for helping me out with this. I really enjoyed that date with her, and I really hope I didn't mess things up,
Okay, so if it turns out it was the pigeon issue, you're cool going out with a girl who maybe isn't as fun as you in the bird world.
I will take the woman over the pigeon.
All right, just double check in. You never know.
It's a bold move, Jay.
Yeah.
All right, well, we're going to give her a call and attempt to get your second date update, all right?
Awesome. Let's do it.
Here we go.
Hello,
Hi, can I speak to Elizabeth, please?
this is her. May I ask who's calling?
Yeah, this is young Jeffrey. I work on the radio.
Okay.
Okay.
Have you heard of the show before, Elizabeth?
I mean, I can't say that I have.
Well, you sound pleasant, so I feel like you should start listening.
Okay.
All right, have a great day. Bye-bye. Oh, okay.
Why are you calling?
We're doing something called a second date update. Have you ever heard of that?
No, I haven't.
Basically, it's a segment that we do where if you've gone out on a date with someone and they're not calling you back, we can give that person a call and try and figure out the reason why.
All right.
All right. So you recently went out with a guy named Jay, and you're not calling him back.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was sweet.
Is that a question?
Okay.
I think.
As much as you can give us.
I mean, he seemed like a nice guy to us for sure.
No, he's very sweet. It was kind of awkward.
What, seeing him in the water floaties?
He told us that you met during his adult swim class.
You know, we did. I kind of thought it was cute. He took me to this nice bar. It was fun.
Why are you ending everything up?
Yeah, you can tell by the tone of her voice that it wasn't going
I
well.
guess. I don't know what's going to happen.
He was very nice.
That's always a brutal
I
statement.
mean, because
about
it
a guy.
usually means that you're not attracted to him, but you saw him in his swimsuit. I mean, he asked you out half naked and you were cool then. Like, what turned you off?
So I go to the bathroom at the bar, and he's talking to this woman, like this older woman, and she's kind of tussling his hair and like fixing his collar. It was kind of weird. I took note, but okay, whatever.
Random.
So I go up to him after they finish a little conversation, pretend like I don't see anything, and then at one point something happens and he tells me he needs to text his friend, and so he sends a little text message out into the universe, and who gets it but the woman sitting at the end of the bar.
Wait.
What?
Wait, hold up.
So he's texting another girl?
Well, not a girl, a woman, a woman.
So wait, did you ask? I mean, that could just be coincidence, right? That this woman got, I mean, maybe not. Your intuition is probably right, but
yeah.
Wait, who do you think she is?
Well, at first I thought she was just older lady hitting on him. And then after the text message, I looked a little closer. She looked a lot like him, related like him.
So wait, you think his mom was on the date?
That was
Yes!
And she was fixing his hair and fixing his collar?
I can't be positive that it was her, but they sure did look alike, and they definitely had some sort of connection.
All right,
Oh my God! Oh, don't you want to know? I want to know. I'm dying.
Yeah, let's be positive. Jay, was that your mom?
What?
Jay's on the other line. He's been listening during this whole conversation.
Oh, no. Okay.
Jay?
Okay.
Yeah, I'm here. Hi, Elizabeth.
Okay. Hi.
Okay.
Cool.
Oh, God. I'm so embarrassed. Oh, jeez.
Elizabeth, ask him. Ask him who the woman was.
Was that your mom?
Yeah, that was
You brought your mom on our date?
Look, I can explain, okay?
Please do.
I did not invite her, okay? It was not my fault. So I have a good relationship with my mom, you know?
Clearly. Very close.
Okay, so I asked her for a place to go. She actually recommended the restaurant, and
Great.
I said, cool, thank you so much. Didn't think anything of it. But then she surprised me by showing up at the bar. I didn't tell her to do that.
Wow, really?
Oh, man.
I don't know, man. Do you believe him, Elizabeth?
I mean, the kid takes karate classes. I don't know.
No, you're in Adult Swim and you take karate and your mom's on your date with you. What is going on, Jay?
He's like a total mama's boy?
He just showed up. I didn't tell her to go. In fact, when I was texting her, I had already told her to please leave.
You're like, Mom, don't come until 8 o'clock. Then you can pick me up. This is embarrassing.
Oh, Jay.
I didn't think you noticed that she was there. I'm so sorry. Oh, God, I'm so embarrassed.
Did she stick around through the whole date?
Yes, she did.
Oh, man.
But, okay, wait, listen, though. Elizabeth, to his credit, his mom's actions are not within his control, okay? And he obviously left and went on a walk because he wanted to get away from the woman who was probably following you on a trail somewhere. But, that's also not his fault.
She's dressed as one of the pigeons.
I mean, I thought the romantic walk would be nice, but I also, part of the plan was I figured my mother wouldn't literally go chasing us down on a private walk. So I'm so sorry, but if we go on a second date, I promise you, I am bringing you flowers, and I am making sure my mother does not know anything about this plan. It'll just be me and you. That is not what I wanted for you to experience. I'm so sorry about that.
Right. I mean, that was just a lot.
But listen, you got a guy here who is very confident. I mean, admits to Adult Swim lessons, knows how to have a good relationship with his mom, and is already setting boundaries with her. So that is a good sign, right?
Sure.
Yeah, and on the bright side, you and Jay's mom could chat poolside while him and your nephew take the lessons together. It could be a bonding experience for everyone.
I love it. You guys can make lunches.
I'm not really sure if that's a positive for me.
I promise you, if we go out again, I'm going to pull out all the stops for you. We can do whatever you want. You can even, I have a guest pass. You can come to my karate class,
Oh, fun.
Aw,
Now that's an offer.
look at that.
Great.
What do you say, Elizabeth?
Oh, come on.
Why don't you go out with Jay again? We'll pay for another date.
Yeah.
We'll pay for the karate class in case the guest pass doesn't work.
Hey.
I guess. Sure. Why not?
Really?
Awesome.
Oh, that's so
She's
cute.
going to be a yellow belt in no time.
Oh, my goodness.
Wait, sorry. I don't know. I'm changing my mind.
No, we just...
That was
Elizabeth.
almost a yes.
What do you mean you're changing your mind?
I mean, I don't know. I just kind of started thinking about it, and then just the whole karate outfits thing, and that's not really where I want my dates to be going.
Cancel the karate. We can do anything else, I promise.
Yeah, you guys can do T-ball instead.
You guys aren't helping, okay?
I don't know what to say.
It'll be an adult thing,
Yeah. Elizabeth, do you want to do adult stuff with Jay? We'll pay for it.
That sounds really
Whatever. Go out with him one more time.
I'm okay. I'm good.
Oh.
So that's a no?
No.
Oh.
I'm sorry, but Jay, maybe you can tell your mom that she can help you find somebody else?
I love my mom, but I'm not asking her for any help at this time.
All right, Jay. Well, I'm sorry we couldn't get you a second date update, but we're going to open up the text board right now. Text in 78592. If there's a lady out there looking for a guy who's really into karate and takes Adult Swim, we found your unicorn. Jay is here for you.
Moving 92.5.
Doors. When one closes, another one opens.
Oh my gosh, you are so inspirational today.
Unless you can't figure out how to open that door, and then you stand there outside of the Starbucks for 15 minutes trying to pull it when it's a push door, and everybody's laughing at you, so you just sit down on the sidewalk and cry for an hour while everybody points and makes fun of the idiot who can't read how to open the door correctly.
Wow, and all you wanted was a latte.
We've all learned that lesson in life. And so has Luke, who's on the phone for a second date right now. He actually met the girl that he wants to call today because he couldn't figure out how to open a door.
Really?
That's right.
What's up, Luke?
What up?
Were you crying outside of a Starbucks like Jubal said?
Pretty close. Pretty close.
Oh, man.
Really?
So she must go after the smart guys, is what you're saying.
Well, I wasn't smarter than the door that day, but at least I was able to meet a girl out of it.
There you go.
So how does that work?
Well, I thought I was going into this building for a job interview, but I'm yanking on the door and the damn thing won't open.
I can still hear the frustration in your voice.
Yeah.
We've all been there.
So I'm about to give up, and this beautiful girl on the other side of the door asked me if she can help me, and I'm like, yeah, can you punch a code or something to let me in? I'm late for my interview. She pushes the door open and says, there's no code. Just open the door properly.
So you were supposed to just pull on the door and you were pushing on it for how long?
It must have been 30 seconds at least. So she comes over, she opens the door for me, kind of laugh about it, and it was an opportunity to strike up a conversation.
All right.
And I assume that went well because you eventually went out with this girl.
That's right. Yeah, she, well, you know what? She pointed me to the direction of the elevator, which was nice. And
she pressed the button for you, too? Like, here, let me show you how this works.
I could figure that part out.
How did you go from her opening the door for you to eventually going on a date with her?
So our conversation went from the door to the fact that she actually works at the business that I was trying to get a job at. So I kind of asked her for a little bit of advice, who to talk to, who to schmooze. And I really felt like we had a connection, and she was hooking me up, so I wanted to hook her up. I asked her out for a drink.
Right there before your interview?
Yeah, I did, man. I mean,
Wow.
she was hot and helpful and sweet. You know, I had to ask her out for a drink.
Okay, and she obviously said yes, which is awesome.
Yeah, she did. We got to go out on a date, I guess, if you want to call it that.
Well, what'd you do?
We went out to a bar, and we had a few drinks, listened to some music.
Okay, I would call that a date. You said that's, if you want to call it a date, I would definitely call that a date.
Yeah. I don't know what else it would be.
Yeah, I'll call it it was a date. I mean, it was a hot date.
Wow.
So you went out for drinks, listened to some music. How was everything with her? Was it a good time? Do you think she enjoyed herself?
Well, judging by the smile on her face and a little bit of the way she brushed up against me a couple of times, I do think she enjoyed herself.
Dude,
And you
that's a
guys-
good sign.
You guys were able to talk about stuff other than the company that she works for, right?
Oh, yeah. We talked about all kinds of things. Talked about her hobbies, what she likes to do. My ears are open, and, you know, you have to take what someone says, and then you have to adjust and use that to your advantage, especially when you're talking about interpersonal relationships, you know, female, male.
I know you started this whole situation meeting her when you were going in for a job interview, but that sounds like a really good interview answer.
I'm ready to hire him.
Yeah.
Or date him.
Well, I was cued in, so I got the job, actually.
You did?
Oh, yeah.
Dude, you got a date and a job out of
man.
one interview. Nice work, man.
Exactly. But that's the problem. During the date, I told her that I got it, and she kind of got a little bit cold on me.
What?
Really?
I don't know if I took a position that she might have been gunning for or something, but I think that she didn't want to mix business with pleasure, I suppose.
Wow.
Dude, I didn't even think about that.
Yeah.
So how did everything end?
At the end of the night, I got a little bit of nookie from her, a little bit of kiss.
Wait, that's
kiss,
not
okay.
nookie. That is, we need to redefine nookie, sir.
Well,
nice.
there was some wetness on her lips.
What?
So,
No. Oh, my God.
look, she licked her lips before she kissed me. I'm telling you. I
Okay.
tasted it.
All right.
Just by that description alone, I wouldn't call you back.
And how long has it been since you've heard from her after you shared that wet kiss?
It's been 5 days now.
Okay.
And I mean, I've called her like 3 times, and I've texted her about 5 times. I don't know. I'm gonna have to work with this girl, and
Right.
I need to smooth it out before we start. If she's not gonna be down with me sexually or whatever, that's fine. But we need to like get along because I need this gig.
Okay.
Oh my
well,
God, it's like I thought
we
you
will
were so normal, and in 2 seconds, you changed my entire opinion.
we will play a song, come back, call her, and get your second date, and then we'll find which way she's down with you. Okay?
That sounds good.
All right. Hang on. If you're just joining us for today's second date, Luke is on the phone, and today he wants to call a girl that he shared a sloppy, wet kiss with. That's how he described the kiss at the end of the date. He actually met her because he was going into an office to interview for a job, and she was in the lobby when he was trying to open the door, and I guess he couldn't get the door open, so she helped him. They struck up a conversation, and he asked her to drinks. They went out for drinks, said they had a good time, ended with that sloppy kiss. but now she's not calling him back. And he thinks it might be because he actually got the job in that office and maybe she doesn't want to date a coworker.
Could it also be because you're a bad kisser?
Well,
Sorry. Just the description.
we didn't get our lips moving that much, to be honest. It was wet, but it wasn't, she didn't stick her tongue, out from me.
Yeah, but no, I'm just telling you, out of all
She
the
licked
female
her lips.
conversations,
It was wet.
all the female conversations I've ever had, no girl has ever said, wow, it was such a good kiss. It was so wet.
Well, she made it wet. I mean, that's where it was. I just went in, and that's how.
Okay.
Way it felt.
So it was a sloppy kiss with no tongue. That sounds...
No one's ever complained about the way I've kissed them before, so she didn't this time, and maybe it'll happen, but it hasn't yet.
Well, she hasn't complained yet. We don't have her on the phone to find out, do we?
Well, maybe we can ask her. That'd be one place to start.
That's what
I'd
I think.
like to know if my lips are working properly.
That's what I think we should do, Luke. What I'm trying to get to is that I'm going to dial her phone number and see if we can get her on the phone and get your second date, okay? Are you ready?
Yes, I am.
All right. Here we go.
This is Antoinette.
Hi, Antoinette. How are you? This is Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the Morning.
I'm sorry, what?
This is Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the Morning.
How can I help you?
Well, I actually wanted to talk to you because one of our listeners sent us an email about you.
Are you sure you have the right number?
I think so. Yeah, this was the number that I was given. Your name's Antoinette, right?
Yes, it is.
Okay, yeah. Then I definitely have the right number because you recently went out on a date with a guy who listens to our show and you haven't been calling him back. So he emailed us to see if we could get you on the phone and find out if he did something wrong.
What?
I know, it's really weird, huh?
Is this a joke?
No, it's not. It's a segment we do on our show called The Second Date. So I'm calling today about a guy that you went on a date with. His name is Luke.
I'm sorry. I don't know who you're talking about. I haven't gone out with anybody named Luke.
What?
You haven't gone out with anybody named Luke?
I've been married for like 3 years. I haven't gone out with anybody.
What?
You've been married for 3 years.
Yes, I'm very happily married.
Did you?
By any chance, are you married to a guy named Luke?
No.
Did you
I think I would know.
Did you go out to drinks with a guy named Luke and you didn't realize it was a date, maybe?
No.
Do you know any Luke?
I have zero clue what you guys are talking about. Really? Can you be more clear?
Yeah, sure. I bet you'd appreciate that, and probably your husband, too. Wow. We got an email from a guy named Luke who said that he went out with you. He said that he met you when he was at your office applying for a job. He had a job interview. He said he was in the lobby trying to open the door but couldn't get the door open right, and you helped him out. And then you guys... Is that...
Oh, no. Okay.
So wait, that part happened?
Yeah, that part did happen. I think I just realized who you're talking about.
Okay, so you do know a Luke.
I met a Luke a couple days ago. He came in for a job interview.
Okay. Did you go out for drinks with him later on?
Absolutely not. No, I was interviewing him for a position at our company.
Wait, you were the one doing the interview?
Yes.
This doesn't make any sense.
I'm so confused.
He said that he just met you at that office and struck up a conversation. You guys went to drinks, had fun, even kissed at the end of the night, and now you're not calling him back.
He said we kissed?
Yeah, he said that you guys kissed and everything seemed to be going great, and he was surprised that you didn't want to go on another date with him.
Oh, my God.
He even went into graphic detail about the kiss, about how it was wet and you licked your lips.
Jesus Okay, look.
So wait, you didn't kiss him?
No, there is no way. No, absolutely not. Let me just tell you what actually happened, because this is bizarre. Okay, I'm tired of hearing all this stuff. Okay, look, this young man, Luke, came in for a job interview, brought him into my office, sat down, interviewed. We went over his resume. He was kind of fidgety. He was kind of acting a little strange. And I sent him on his way. And in the last couple of days, I've been getting flooded with emails, phone calls, messages, asking about the job.
Oh, my gosh. So you didn't even hire him?
No, he has not been hired.
He told us differently.
What was he like in the job interview?
He was just kind of all over the place. You know, he just wasn't an ideal candidate. I don't know. He was acting strange. Maybe he was stoned.
Stoned? Come on.
What is happening?
That is Luke. He was actually on the other line listening to this conversation and wants to talk to you. I'm so sorry.
Yeah, I finally found a way to get you on the phone, Antoinette.
Weird. So you were just using us?
Okay, Luke,
Hi.
I've already told you you haven't been selected for the next round of interviews. I sent the letter out several days ago. I'm sure you received it by now.
What is going on?
Yeah, I got your email, and that's why I've been emailing you a bunch of times. You won't even email me back once. Like, you give me one email, and that's it? Just a dismissal? Outright dismissal?
So wait, Luke, you lied to us about your date and everything just to ask her about a job.
Yeah, it's a lie. Sure, call it a lie.
Well, Luke, that's what you did. That is the definition of a lie. You told an untruth to get on the air with us and ask her about a job.
Yeah, I had to tell you a story so that you guys would actually pick me and use me on the air.
I will applaud you. Good story.
Yeah, I mean,
it was a good story.
I can't hate on you necessarily for getting over on the show. It just, couldn't you have thought of a better way to do it than to just lie to us?
Listen, I did what I had to do, man. Sorry that I had to lie about it. But you know what, Antoinette, we wouldn't even be on the phone right now if you would have just given me the job that I deserve.
Oh, my God, crazy.
You know, I'm sure that you did prepare, Luke, but unfortunately, you're just not a good match for our firm.
That's bullshit. All right, I'm the best candidate for that job, and I know it.
Excuse me, Luke. No, you're acting extremely unprofessional right now.
I'm unprofessional. You are unprofessional. I deserve answers. Why? Why am I not getting this job? I've been putting in all this effort.
Luke,
I need
like I said, we found a more qualified candidate.
There's nobody more qualified than me. I saw everyone coming out of that building. Look at my resume and see all the experience that I have.
You know, I looked at your resume, Luke, and I'm the one calling the shots. This is not how you go about getting a job.
You sure? Getting a radio station to call you and ask you about a fake date is not the best way to get a job, Antoinette?
Yeah, look at all the trouble I went to get these people to contact you. You are unreachable.
Luke, and if I ever had any thought about reconsidering you for this job, you have absolutely lost that opportunity.
If I'm not qualified to be the face of your company, I don't know who is. I stood outside of that office for 3 hours, and I watched every single candidate come out of there, and not one of them is as qualified as me.
You stood outside the office building for 3 hours?
Yes, because I do my research. And you know what? It shows that I care.
Oh my gosh, Luke, I mean, I get that it can be frustrating to be out of work and looking for a new gig, but this is not the way to do it, man.
Well, I can't catch a fish. Damn it.
Oh, dude, I'm sorry.
I'm sorry, Luke, but I think you need to be a little more level-headed when interviewing for a job.
I've got other work to do. Can I please get back to my actual job?
In 1 second, I will let you do that, Antoinette, and I appreciate you telling us what happened. But I do have to ask you, would you like to go out on a second date with Luke? Or a date with Luke?
You're fucking kidding me, right?
Well, I got to ask the question. It is a second date. I know it turned into a crazy job applicant trying to use us to get at the person who wouldn't hire him, but would you like to go out with Luke?
At least give me a shot at an internship or something. You know, I feel like I've proven myself.
You've proven how crazy you are, Luke. Okay, you know, look, I wish you well. Okay, good luck in the job search, but there's no job for you here.
You know what? I am going to get a job eventually. And when I do, I'm going to make sure it's in the same field, and I'm going to take down your entire business. You won't have a job.
Wow.
I don't have a place to go, to work.
Yeah, okay. You get a job at another mailroom somewhere and take our mailroom down. You know, I'll be waiting.